Fisherfolk may have forgone the opportunity to venture out to sea due to alleged acts of criminality by some. However, the decision was reconsidered, taking into account the ramifications for the industry. Acting Police Commissioner Milton Daisy revealed that some fishers were aiding and abetting nationals who gain entry into the country illegally via open waters, jeopardizing the safety of citizens. Police answered the agencies were mulling the closure of the sector, but the Agriculture Ministry intervened.
Those persons who are there doing illegal activities, they can affect our fisheries subsector. Friday, the stakeholders met, including the Marine Police, because the committee responsible for COVID, the intention was to close again the fisheries subsector to not to allow persons to go out and fish. As a ministry, we spoke against it. We felt that it will really be a negative, have a significant negative impact on our fisher folks, and we told them to allow us to engage the stakeholders, including, of course, the Marine Police.
2 people from the Beaufort North area were recently detained by authorities for entering the island illegally. Others managed to give law enforcement the slip. This is quite worrying to the authorities, as these individuals may come into contact with other civilians, increasing the likelihood of the community spread of COVID-19. Agriculture Minister Ezekiel Joseph says failing to report such incidents does not only condone the act, but places lives at risk.
Whilst we don't have any tangible information as to what we call our legitimate fisher folks, right? But it's happening, right? And what we are saying, the mere fact that you're not doing it, but you're not reporting it, and that's what the Marine Police was saying, you're not reporting it, you're giving tacit endorsement to the situation. And we expect them to report it, because the final analysis, if it continues, right, the outcome would be to discontinue allowing fishermen to go out there and fish. And it's going to affect you, right? That's one way. It's also going to affect you because you're bringing persons you don't know if they are contaminated as far as COVID is concerned, and you're exposing your family, exposing yourself.
Fishers who may fear for their safety are encouraged to reach out to extension officers and cooperatives.
They have a responsibility, to support our Marine Police as it pertains to providing information. Now, if they are not comfortable, because people talk, some of the fishermen who were representing the respective cooperatives spoke about the question of safety of the persons providing information, and that's true, because we don't want to expose persons there. So telephone numbers were shared, what they call private telephone numbers. If they don't want to call the Marine Police directly, they can speak to somebody they have confidence in.
So they can go through the cooperative.
The cooperative, if they're comfortable with it.
Okay.
Right? Because you don't know who you speak with. You can speak to the extension officer, fisheries extension officer, or you can call the Marine Police direct.
The minister says last week he spoke virtually with various stakeholders and cooperatives on the island. He says they gave their commitment to discuss the national security issue with fisherfolk. Failure of the fishers to abide by the law could result in a total shutdown of the sector. With disruptions in the food supply chain due to the COVID-19 crisis and talk of possible shortages, the closure of the fisheries sector could affect the nation's access to vital protein and a staple on the local diet. Gina Filippi, HTS News Force.